the weight of the world, the anger in the headlines, the division in our communities, the hatred that seems to echo in every corner. Do you find yourself reacting in anger or shrinking in silence, feeling powerless? We are often told to fight back, to meet force with force. But what if that only deepens the darkness? What if the greatest power, the path to true inner peace, is not found in reacting to the world, but in mastering ourselves? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. faced the most profound hatred of his time. He was hunted. He was jailed. He was threatened daily. And in that fire, he forged a set of principles not just for a nation, but for the human soul. This is his guide to controlling your response, and in doing so, finding a peace that cannot be broken. It begins with the first and most foundational lesson. You must build the fortress of your own character. Lesson 1. The fortress of character. The first battle is always within. Before you can change the world, you must first command the fortress of your own mind. We are tempted daily to mirror the ugliness we see. But Dr. King offered a radical act of defiance. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. This is the ultimate declaration of personal independence. It is the refusal to let another person's poison become your own. It understands a fundamental truth. Your reaction to injustice defines your character far more than the injustice itself. The injustice is an event. Your response is your identity. The world will wrong you. People will try to diminish you. But the wrong itself is powerless until you give it power. As Dr. King knew, to be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Holding on to that pain is a choice. Letting it go is a discipline. So how do we build this inner strength? Where does this control begin? The first step in controlling your reaction is to control your thoughts. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your character. Therefore, a disciplined mind refuses to be a slave to circumstance. It does not matter what the world throws at you. A mind rooted in principle remains free. This is why you must do not react to the noise of the world. Respond to the call of your conscience. The crowd is fickle. The noise is chaos. Your conscience is your anchor. This is the only path to genuine peace. Inner peace is achieved when your actions align with your deepest convictions. When what you do and what you believe are one and the same. No external force can create internal chaos. This alignment, this inner strength, requires courage. It requires faith. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Fear is a natural human emotion, but it cannot be the one that steers. You build this dike, this courage, by acting even when you are afraid. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. You don't need to see the end of the journey to know the first step is right. This entire process, from thought to action, from goal to reality, is held together by one crucial element. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, all our convictions are merely wishes. Once this inner fortress is built, you are ready to face the world. But you will not face it with the world's weapons. You will face it with a power far greater. Lesson 2. The weapon of love. This is the second great lesson. The highest form of strength is not aggression, but love. We have been taught that power lies in the ability to destroy. Dr. King taught that true power lies in the ability to build, to heal, and to transform. He presented an unshakable truth. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. It is a law of the universe, and it applies directly to the human heart. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. To respond to hate with more hate is to become a part of the problem. It is to let the darkness win. It is to surrender your own fortress. The solution is revolutionary. We must meet the forces of hate with the power of love. This is not a passive, sentimental idea. It is an active, strategic, and profoundly demanding choice. It is the most difficult work of all. This is why nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. It takes more courage, more discipline, and more strength to stand in the face of violence and not become violent yourself than it does to simply strike back. It is the strength to see the humanity in your oppressor. It is the strength to believe in redemption. It is the faith that love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Hatred only multiplies. It only creates more enemies and deeper wounds. Love is the only force that can break the cycle. It is the only thing that can truly win. This requires a profound shift in our daily lives. It means forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. You don't just forgive once. You live in a state of forgiveness, refusing to let bitterness take root in your soul. This is not just a moral argument. It is a practical one. Violence as a way of achieving racial justice is both impractical and immoral. It is immoral because it thrives on hatred, and it is impractical because it leaves only destruction in its wake. It solves nothing. This weapon of love, this fortress of character, is not for the faint of heart. They are for the warrior. And this leads to the final, most crucial lesson. Lesson 3, the unwavering commitment. The final lesson is that peace is not an accident. It is a commitment. It is the daily, grinding, and glorious work of justice. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort, but where he stands at times of challenge. It is easy to speak of love and peace when life is calm, but your true beliefs are revealed only under pressure. And when that pressure comes, you cannot wait for a perfect moment. The time is always right to do what is right. The right time is now. It is always now. This commitment requires a deep, abiding patience, a faith in the very structure of reality. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. This is the hope that keeps you moving when the results are not immediate. This is the understanding that change is not a lightning strike. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. You must be a part of that struggle. Peace is not the absence of this struggle. True peace is not merely the absence of tension. It is the presence of justice. A forced silence is not peace. True peace is the sound of fairness, equality, and righteousness. Therefore, your role cannot be that of a bystander. He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it. Your silence is a vote. It is an action, and history will judge it. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. To be silent is to betray your own conscience. Silence in the face of evil is evil itself. There is no neutral ground. This is what gives a life its meaning. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. A life lived in courageous pursuit of justice, no matter how short, is a complete life. A man who won't die for something is not fit to live. What is your non-negotiable? What principle? What love? What truth are you willing to stake your entire life on? Finding that answer is the purpose of living, because in the end, this is not an individual journey. It is a collective one. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. The choice is just that stark. We are bound together in a single destiny. And so, you must keep your mind stayed on freedom. That is the true inner peace. Freedom from hate. Freedom from fear. Freedom from your own worst impulses. That is the fortress. That is the weapon. That is the victory. The wisdom of Dr. King is not a history lesson. It is a manual for survival. It is a solution. You cannot control the world. You cannot control the hatred in another's heart. But you always control your response. You control your thoughts. You control your actions. You control your love. And in this, you are unconquerable. If these words from the radio quotes resonated with you and helped you find your inner strength, please help us share this message of light. Like this video if you feel stronger already. Share it with someone who needs this wisdom. And comment below with the one quote that spoke to you the most. Subscribe to our channel for more wisdom to help you master your life and find solutions. Thank you for listening.